Alright, so this is just going to be me kind of narrating over this video because I wasn't actually recording, with my phone like I've done previously that gets all that wind noise and crazy stuff. This was just, I was kind of going to go fly, stay out in the open, not do too much that I thought was going to be, dangerous moves or anything like that. Just kind of playing around with the fact that this thing has air mode and just enjoying flying a little bit, no commentary. So this was the third flight right here. This would be the third battery with this thing, and then the fourth flight will be right afterward. This one, nothing goes wrong. I get a full battery in, landed out there in the edge of the ball field close to where I was at. This thing just flies so well, or flew so well, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. But, yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what caused this. I mean, I guess it's going to be in the title of the video, but I had a pretty bad crash here at the end where I thought at first what had happened was that I dropped signal and it caused it to failsafe. And then after watching the footage back the first time, I thought, well, okay, clearly the GoPro fell forward into the props and it caused it to failsafe or something. But then, as you'll see later when I watched it back again, just really slowly, it took me a couple times to catch it, but what I thought was the GoPro falling into the props was actually, after it did hit the ground, kind of kicking the GoPro out, and then it looked like that was happening before it hit the ground, if that makes sense. But it actually, the GoPro was still attached all the way to the ground, so it did failsafe. But I'm not really sure what caused it to, because right afterward, and I mean, I don't know, it seems like this is probably just kind of a drone thing, an FPV thing, that you will get a failsafe and not know entirely where it's from until, maybe it happens again and it comes something repeatable that I can kind of figure out where it's coming from. Here comes my first attempt at a power loop ever. That was a scary feeling right there. But, so, yeah, I'm just not entirely sure what caused it to failsafe. It ends up crashing into this amphitheater thing over here and snapping an arm, and honestly, I was not happy with this bottom mount frame that came with the Tyro109 kit. I had planned on, whenever I did finally break something on the frame, or depending on how long it lasted, just when I got sick of doing the bottom mount battery thing and having a really dumb way to mount a GoPro on, kind of, just rubber banding it on. I about hit that power line. Rubber banding it on and just winging it every time. And it being this whole 10-minute setup just to get the thing in the air with a battery and a GoPro on it. I figured it was a matter of time before I was going to switch to more of a freestyle oriented frame with a dedicated GoPro mount sort of solution on top of it. But I kind of didn't think it would be 4 flights in. But nonetheless, here we are, and I ordered it's a clone of the Schizo Nova frame. It's a 235mm frame from Ready to Sky on Amazon for like 23 or 24 bucks with Prime shipping. I'm not putting those goofball looking stickers on it that comes with it, but yeah, I mean, I just figured, hey, it's pretty sweet. And the arms for the Tyro frame they're only $5 a piece, but the only place you seem to be able to get them is Banggood, and unless you spend a ridiculous amount on shipping, it'd be, a month before I can even start rebuilding this thing. So I went that route. Here's pack number 2. This is where the crash occurs. Not far into this flight, but yeah, just kind of a little bit of a bummer, honestly, because I'm really curious to see how much of my, oh my gosh, this thing flies so well, was coming from the frame versus just, I mean, it's newer stuff than the one that I had started to kind of get used to. So this thing feels like it flies just butter smooth. It feels so nice to fly. Still kind of getting used to the stick feel on it and everything, and was already getting pretty confident with just being able to pick a line and go for it, and hold it with pretty confidence-inspiring ability to just kind of pick a direction and go, and it's stick in that line. So the crash is coming up right after what I thought was probably my smoothest kind of barrel roll over a tree so far right here. This is pretty cool. One of those snap, then slow-mo. Boop. There it is. So, here comes the crash. I slowed the footage down. If you watch right there, that is an important moment that we're going to freeze frame. The DVR footage up there in the corner, you'll notice it has kicked on the post-flight screen, so it has fail-safed for sure. If I were to turn the volume up, you would hear that the motors are off, and we're going forward. Then boom, the GoPro is separate after the crash. It was not before the crash that the GoPro separated from the quad like I originally thought. And then, as you can see from the goggles footage up there in the corner, that the drone itself took a pretty wicked smash into that concrete back there. I've went through the footage several times. It's not totally clear as to whether I hit the corner of something or maybe a curb of some kind back there, but it definitely took a really good smash into that concrete. I would say somewhere in the range of 600 or 700 feet away from where the crash happened, which should, and this is the part that gets me, that shouldn't be too far for that radio. I was direct line of sight to the drone, and like I said, 500 or 600 feet away, but it was a good clear line. So I'm not really convinced that it was just a, drop the RSSI because of the radio failing. But then the odd part is here, I hook everything back up and everything just kind of worked right afterward. I know it's not super smart to like hold on to it and kick the motors on with that loose prop there, but I was trying to be careful about it here in a second when I do it. But I was just curious. I wanted to know. And yeah, like I said, everything totally worked after this, which is cool. I mean, the motor still turned really smoothly and everything. I had an FPV feed in my goggles afterward. I don't know. I'm kind of baffled on this one. I don't really know what caused it, and it's going to definitely make me very skeptical for quite a while of what I fly it over and how much I can trust it, that kind of thing on the new frame, because it's obviously still the same electronics, which fail-safed. So, yeah, I really thought for sure that I knew what happened. I thought it fell into the props after I kind of skimmed through the footage in the parking lot afterwards. I was like, oh, well, crap, that's what happened. Ordered a new frame. Frame's already here. And, I was going to switch frames anyway. But like I said, it's just odd. If you've got any suggestions for things I could kind of do to troubleshoot this and figure out what it was that happened. I know so little about FPV and building quadcopters and stuff, but I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm just taking this as, cool. It's a learning experience. I'm almost, if I'm being totally honest, kind of excited that it happened, because it gives me a reason to tear this thing down and build it back up with the frame style that I actually wanted, because when I originally ordered this, I really was very close to just ordering the Tyro109 kit and more of a freestyle frame with a GoPro mount, and just not using the Tyro109 frame until sometime down the road, or just eBaying it for somebody for parts or something. I don't know. Yeah. So more on this to come for sure. The frame's already here. Don't know if I'll do a build video, but I may do something with that. But there'll be footage coming up before you know it. I'll probably make a review of those TobyRich TR1 goggles you see that I've been using, because there doesn't seem to be a lot of content on them, and they're amazing for the money. There's coupon codes you can get them for like $48 shipped, which is crazy, and they have working diversity. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.